In 2020, CMS expects for plan sponsors to continue those point-of-sale safety edits that were implemented in 2019. Also, CMS does remind plans that although the drug management program is optional in 2020, it will be mandatory for all contracts in 2022. And so I would really encourage plan sponsors to really, if they did not implement one for 2019, to start looking at what they need to do to be ready, if not in 2020, but definitely for the 2022. From a Part C perspective, CMS reminded Medicare Advantage organizations that they are allowed to cover medically approved non-opioid pain therapies. And so that's something that as plan sponsors start to do their part and really think about other ways that they can help tackle the opioid epidemic, that they can start expanding those benefits and looking at what they're currently covering. Is there anything additional that they can? From a Part D perspective, as I mentioned, we're still continuing those point-of-sale edits. CMS did remind folks that we do need to have the point-of-sale edits to remind pharmacists of duplicative opioid therapies, as well as concurrent use of opioids with a potentiator such as a benzodiazepine. Also on the Part D side, CMS is recommending that plan sponsors look at where they're putting their agents such as Narcan and naloxone on their formularies. And they'd really like to see those agents at as low a tier as possible, even potentially at a $0 cost share tier. And then finally, medication therapy management is really being pushed for to help address the opioid epidemic. And so CMS really would like to see plan sponsors incorporate members who are at risk to be an opioid overuser, or who are taking that combination of an opioid and say a benzodiazepine or some other potentiator be incorporated into your medication therapy management program. I really encourage plans as they consider that is to really think about what their filing will look like when they file their application so that they have everything correct, because at the end of the day there is a STAR measure around medication therapy management and you want to make sure that you just have everything in place.